It's our favorite complete recipe collection filled with mouth-watering homemade dishes featuring breads, breakfasts, appetizers, lunch dinners, and desserts. Get out your measuring cups, mixer, and chopping board. The Home and Backyard Cookbook begins right now. We are thrilled to be here in the kitchen with Cheryl Haas, the owner of the Red Lion Cafe, which is just an amazing place. It's like home because everything here is made from scratch. The buns, the rolls, the pies, everything. The vegetables are like grown like locally, right?
Yes.
But today we're going to make something that's so good for this time of year, Cheryl. What
Correct.
are we making?
We're making Pennsylvania Dutch chicken pot pie.
Nice. And of course, it's different than what most people think of as pot pie. You know, we think of the pie, like the pie crust, and then everything's inside of it. But that's not how it goes.
That's not how it goes.
All right, this is legit Pennsylvania Dutch.
This is legit.
All right, so let's get started.
Okay. I'm going to put the potatoes in that have been prepped in our steamer. And then we have our veggies, which are carrots, celery, and onions.
All right.
And I'm not going to use all of these. This is for our bigger pot.
Right.
I'm going to use 2 scoops of these.
And you already have like what type of broth in there?
Chicken broth.
A chicken broth.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Actually, the chicken broth is from a base as well as our breasts that we cooked off for, it's all white meat.
Oh,
so
nice.
we do all the white meat,
All
no
right.
dark meat. So we'll stir that up. This is next. This is our dough. This we made from scratch. This consists of eggs, milk, and flour. And
All right,
salt.
so this is unusual. It goes right inside.
Yep.
So there is no crust involved.
No crust
pie
involved.
crust.
No.
It almost reminds me of like a dumpling, but not really a dumpling, like noodles kind of.
Yeah, and then we'll stir that up again, and I'll keep adding more dough as this goes on.
It has
thicken
like
it.
a real rustic feel to it.
Yes.
You know, I like that, like homemade.
It actually isn't very hard to work with. It's very pliable. It's not like it's going to be like sticky. Just make sure you have enough of flour on your board. We added a little bit of parsley to this to give it some color, and some yellow food coloring to give it a little bit brighter color of the yellow. Our chicken is all white meat from breasts, and that's what gets added last.
All right, and all the meats that you have here, they're all done here and smoked here and cooked here, and you make a lot of your sandwiches, everything right here on the premises. Even your hoagies are done with the meats that you do here.
Yes, correct. Yes, we roast our eye rounds for our platters, our sandwiches, hot beef sandwiches. We roast our turkey breast only for our platters and our hot turkey sandwiches and our hoagies.
Oh, wow.
And then we also have baked ham, which we put on our hoagies as well.
That's so unusual and so great.
Yes, we take pride in it.
Yeah.
We really do.
I mean, you're getting some really quality meats, quality sandwiches and dishes. Even the oils and sauces that you use on your hoagies and sandwiches, tell us about those because those have a great story as well.
Yes, they're a family tradition from my father. The red oil that we use on our hoagies, it's a secret. Of course, been with us we're in business 65 years.
Wow.
And he also created a steak sandwich sauce. And there you have it, our Pennsylvania Dutch chicken pot pie, made at the Red Lion Cafe.
Well, another thing that's made here are all of the desserts and the pies, and they're all homemade, and this is Linda Kreiser, and Linda Kreiser is the baker here. Today you're going to make a pumpkin pie, right?
Yep.
It really is truly from scratch.
Yes, the owner's brother grows pumpkin for us, neck pumpkins. It gets peeled, cut, steamed, and processed here for the pies. First, we have our own homemade pie dough. I just put that in there.
Okay.
And now we're going to do the pie.
All right.
That gets the eggs.
So we need like 4 eggs there. Is this going to make one pie or multiple pies?
It will make a couple pies, but
Okay.
we're just going to do one today.
Okay.
That is sugar and salt, and this is flour. And it just gets mixed until it's incorporated pretty well. Then you're going to add your pumpkin and your milk.
How long does it take to cook the pumpkin to get it to that consistency?
We steam it in the steamer for about an hour and a half.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and then it gets processed.
Gotcha. All right. So we're just using whole milk.
Yep, and then that just gets poured slowly.
So you add it a little bit at a time.
Yep, and then this just gets turned up a little bit. And then once it's all incorporated, you just have to make sure that you have all your sugar off of the bottom of it. And then it just goes in the pie shell.
It looks great. The color is beautiful, isn't it?
And then it gets sprinkled with cinnamon. And now it goes into the oven at 325 degrees for 50 minutes.
This is such a feast.
It is.
And everything looks so good. So I think we should give it a try.
Okay, sounds good.
Wow, it's so good.
Thank you, Jackie.
The flavors in this, because everything is so homemade and from scratch, it doesn't have like, you can taste all the flavors instead of just like a flat flavor. Very, very.
Which featured the chicken pot pie and pork and sauerkraut.
Wow.
On a Thursday.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
All right, and let's give the pumpkin pie.
Okay.
Wow, this is so good.
Thank you.
That filling is so creamy. It's
is.
almost like a custard.
That's
This
what we
is-
call it. We call it our pumpkin custard.
Everything is like completely blowing my socks off here. I think we should tell everybody a little bit more about the Red Lion because honestly, the history here is incredible and the people are incredible and the food.
It is 65 years of family business. Started with my parents. They're now 87 and they are still with us.
That's great.
My baker has been with me 17 years. My prep chef has been with me 18 years.
You really get the feeling like everybody's
It's all
a family.
it is.
It's just lovely.
I've been very fortunate.
I just want to make sure that everybody realizes the quality of the food here, the caliber you're getting, and that it really is homemade from scratch, made with everyone's hands, with a lot of love and care.
Yes, it is. Every day.
It's really a one-of-a-kind place.
Thank you.
And I'm sure that so many of your customers love to come here.
Yes, we appreciate all our customers. Some of them, are here at least once a week. Some are twice a week. We can't say enough about, the people that come from out of town, come from out of state, just to come to this legendary place. You can find us on Red Lion Cafe Facebook page and our website. All our hours are on there as far as our features and our monthly specials. Red Lion Cafe is located at 697 DeTurksville Road in Pine Grove on Route 443.
Well, I can't thank you enough, Cheryl, for having us here today. We've had so much fun. And in the season of being thankful, we are thankful for you and the Red Lion Cafe and the friendships that we've created.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you for
you.
being here.
Thank you very much, Ann. Let's finish up our
Okay.
delicious pot pie.
Okay.
Terrific. Thanks. If you're looking to try something really different and delicious, or you just love Vietnamese food, Pho Viet has you covered. Jamie, we're so excited to be here.
Thank you. We're excited to have you.
Well, thanks a lot. So what are we preparing today?
So we're gonna make a traditional dish called ont-evergreen in Vietnamese. What it translates to is a rice vermicelli dish with grilled pork and egg rolls.
That sounds so good. All right, I guess we can get started.
Sure.
All right.
So we're gonna start by making the filling for the egg rolls. So you're gonna wanna start with about half a pound-ish of ground pork. And then we're gonna mix in a little bit of chopped shrimp. And then this is a little bit of carrots and taro. Traditionally, it's a starchy vegetable, but you can substitute with cabbage if need be if you can't find taro.
All right, sounds good.
And then we have some white onion, a little bit of cilantro, and some spring onions or green onions.
All right.
And that can all go in. And then we're gonna season it a little bit. This is some sugar, so about half a teaspoon. And then a little bit of powdered MSG, and then also half a teaspoon. And then some salt.
Now, how many egg rolls would this get, or how many servings?
This would make, I would say, about 6.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
great.
But you can always bulk up the recipe
Right,
if need
right.
be. And it's really easy to make more.
Okay.
And then garlic powder and black pepper.
Like a salad almost.
Yeah, exactly. And then you want to mix it together. The easiest way to do this is just with your
Sure.
hands, I would say.
Yep, yep.
And then you just want to do it until it's well combined.
All right, sounds good.
And that should be good. Just make sure the meat mostly is what gets mixed.
Yeah, you don't want a big clump of it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So once you get it well combined, you're going to want to get an egg roll wrapper. These are the kind that we normally use. You just want to take one at a time.
They're pretty thin, too,
Yeah,
aren't
they are
Little-
very thin. And sometimes they tear, but as long as you roll them well, it won't matter
Right.
once they're being fried.
It's like almost like a phyllo dough, really, right?
Yeah, very similar. And this is kind of tricky. It takes a little bit of practice to roll it correctly, but I would recommend having a thin line of your filling first at the corner, so go through the diagonal because it'll roll the best that way.
I see. Once you get the hang of it, it's probably pretty quick, right?
Yeah. We roll so many of these every day because they go in most of our dishes, so we have a lot of practice. So you just want to roll the corner, and then once you get to the middle, you can tuck in the ends.
Nice.
And then finish rolling almost all the way to the end. And then we're gonna use a bit of a mixed egg to use as a binder for the end of the spring roll. So you just wanna dip a little bit, and then it can go right on the end, and then you can finish rolling it all the way up. And there it is.
It's beautiful. Perfect.
Thank you. So before we fry the egg rolls, what we're gonna do is we're gonna marinate our pork. So this is a little bit of lemongrass with fried red onions in it and a little bit of salt and pepper. So that can go right into your pork. And then this is thinly sliced pork so that it picks up the marinade better.
Right.
Yep. And then you just wanna get it coated. The longer you let it sit, the more flavorful it's gonna be. But you can also cook it right away because the lemongrass is a really powerful flavor, so it will hold.
Okay.
So first we're gonna put the egg rolls in. You want a pot of oil, and then you want it on a medium-low heat because you wanna make sure that the inside gets cooked
True.
before the outside gets all crispy.
Gotcha.
And then while that's cooking, we can fry up the pork. So you wanna set it on medium-high heat,
Right.
and then you can put a little bit of oil in the pan to start.
So we're using vegetable oil.
Yes, vegetable
right?
oil.
All right.
And then we're gonna put the pork into the hot oil. It should sizzle a little bit.
Oh yeah, we got a nice sizzle going.
And it'll be very aromatic. That's how you know you got the marinade right.
Nice. Yeah, I like the way it's sliced so thin like that.
It'll cook really fast too, which is very nice.
Right. What's the most popular dish here?
I would say our soup, which is our pho, and it's simmered for a very, very long time, and there's a lot of steps.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it's a very traditional Vietnamese dish that's based off of like the noodles, and then there's normally beef and cilantro, spring onions,
Ooh,
raw
nice.
onions.
A lot goes into it. It's one of those like love soups that take forever.
Yes, it is. We simmer ours for at least 10 hours
Oh,
minimum.
wow.
We actually have 3 different types of soup. So we have a beef, a chicken, and then a spicy beef and pork soup
Ooh.
that we kind of rotate which ones we make. And if you see the big pot,
Yes.
that's just freshly made beef soup.
Yeah, that's something that you don't want to make a small pot of.
Exactly.
Simmering it for 10 hours.
And that's about perfect for the meat. You want it a little bit golden and brown and crispy.
Yeah. So what's next, Jamie?
So you're gonna want to boil some rice noodles. Typically, this is the one that we use, but they come in a lot smaller packs. This is good for commercial use.
Right.
But it's any type of rice noodle will work. We prefer the thin stick ones. though.
Okay.
So you're gonna want to start with your bowl and put some lettuce in it. So this is just shredded iceberg. It can go right at the bottom. And then you want to layer the noodles on top of it.
Oh wow.
And then next we have the pork. It can go right on top of the noodles in just a small section. So here we just have some pickled carrots and daikon radish, and that can go right on the side. And then some cucumbers that are slivered. And then we're gonna cut our egg roll up and put it right on top. So normally we just cut it into 4 pieces, and you can cut them diagonally.
Great presentation.
Thank you. And then just some final garnishes. We do some fried like frizzled onions. And then we have a little bit of green onions. And then we top this all off with a little bit of fish sauce with chili paste in it. And you just pour it right over, and then it's served.
Oh, it's magnificent, Jamie.
Thank
This is a
you.
great dish.
So we're in Bloomsburg. We're at 108 East Main Street, and we're open from 11 to 8 from Tuesday through Friday, and then 11 to 7 on Saturday and Sunday. We serve authentic Vietnamese food, including hoagies or banh mi, and then pho, as well as the rice vermicelli dishes that we showed you how to make, and a lot of bubble tea smoothies, as well as Vietnamese coffee. And we're open for dine-in and takeout.
Well, Jamie, thank you so much for having us here today. We really appreciate it.
Of course, thank you for coming.
You're welcome. Welcome to Ballyhoo. Whether it's 5 and dime candy by the piece or ice cream, they have it all. I'm so excited to introduce Valerie Schultz here at Ballyhoo. She is the co-owner. I am in love with this place, though.
Thank you.
It's such a beautiful escape. So you're going to make us something today because you do a lot here, but one of the things you do serve is ice cream, right?
Right.
So what are we going to prepare today?
Well, I have two things because we like to mix the old with the new, but I have an old-fashioned soda shop drink, and then we'll do a new kids sundae because we have a lot of fun kids sundae. Okay, so first we're gonna make a Broadway. That's chocolate egg cream, traditionally very popular in the Bronx.
Yeah.
And you gotta get You-Bet. Anybody who has an egg cream, if I don't have You-Bet, they
No
won't,
kidding.
they won't drink it.
I love
So-
it. This is authentic, right?
This is authentic.
All right.
So first you get a chilled glass.
Uh-huh.
You put your chocolate syrup in, lots of chocolate syrup.
Good. I like that.
So we're gonna get some milk fresh from the dairy. So an egg cream is traditionally milk, syrup, and seltzer. So
Okay.
we'll put the seltzer in there.
Interesting.
And there's no eggs and no cream in it.
Right? You wonder why it was
They
called
used to
that.
put real raw eggs in it. You
Oh.
can't really
do that
anymore.
Yeah.
You don't really want to.
Oh, so it really was an egg cream thing.
It was. And I do have to pop over and get some coffee ice cream to put in it.
Ooh, delicious. Okay.
So then you got to top it off with more.
So is the coffee ice cream a traditional recipe?
Well, the Broadway is a take on a traditional egg cream, but I found this in a real old soda shop
Love it.
book. Do you want to try it?
Sure. Looks great.
Like a bubbly chocolate milk with coffee ice cream in it. How can you go wrong?
Oh, wow. And there's a lot of good flavors, though.
Yes.
You can taste everything.
It starts to mix together when
Yes.
it melts.
And then that little effervescence is so much fun. This is a hoot. Tell us what you have for us next.
Okay, so we're going to make one of our popular kids sundaes. It's called the Krakatoa. First, we're going to get some cookie dough ice cream.
All right.
Lots of nice, good chunks of cookie dough and chocolate in there.
I love how you put them in the old-fashioned glass.
Oh, well, we have to,
That's
right?
a class act, yeah.
And then we need our volcano, our Krakatoa. And then, of
awesome.
course, the molten hot lava.
Yes.
Our hot fudge is
Oh,
so
it is?
good. It tastes like melted brownies.
Yeah.
We have chocolate rocks.
I love it. We have to have the rock. The
So we've got
volcanic
our
rock.
Volcanic rocks. All right. And then, of course, what's a volcano without some cotton candy smoke?
Oh my gosh.
So that's our Krakatoa.
I love it. There she blows.
Yep.
That looks great. Well, this has been so much fun, and I just want you to tell everybody about Ballyhoo because it really is an experience. I mean, the candy, the ice cream, it all. So let's talk about it.
Yeah, Ballyhoo is really a destination ice cream parlor and candy store. We sort of label it as a museum too because we have a lot of antiques. It's like a working museum. We
Yes.
have an old popcorn wagon, the register. Even this case is from a candy store down the street that I used to go to when I was a kid. So I'm on the other side now, so that's special.
It really, really is. And let's talk about some of the candy. I mean, you literally have every candy that there possibly was, like for all ages.
Yeah, we have all the old-fashioned stuff. We have the candy buttons.
Yes.
Everybody ate the
paper.
We've got fruit stripe gum, satellite wafers, jelly fruits.
Oh my gosh, yep.
So we try and combine all the new stuff with the old stuff, and it's fun to see little kids come in and budget their money. And you know, when we were kids, we used to, you know, I have $1, this is what I can get.
Yes.
And then the older kids come in and they have just as much fun as the little kids remembering all of the things that
Yes.
they used to get. We also have, if you can't get here, we have all of our candy online and you can buy it by the piece. So we can ship it to you anywhere in the US. We have the dine-in parlor. We have some benches outside, but we do have all the old-fashioned sundaes. We make our own waffle cones. We make the whipped cream fresh here.
Wow.
We make popcorn and cotton candy here. In addition to our candy and ice cream, we also have a lot of old-fashioned toys and some newer ones as well. We have hand buzzers, jacks, slide whistles, a lot of fun stuff.
I love it. And you know what's really amazing is that you're celebrating an anniversary, right?
Yes, it'll be 10 years.
Wow.
Can't believe it. 10 years
Congratulations.
this Halloween is our anniversary, so we'll have a big bash. Make sure you bring your
I
kids
love
in
it.
costume.
So if folks want to stop by, why don't you tell us where you're located?
We're at 128 Luzerne Ave in West Pittston, just across the bridge there. And we're also online, ballyhooicecream.com.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Valerie.
Thank you. I'm glad you had a good time.
You're
I had a
welcome.
good time.
I sure did too. Thanks again.
I'll give you a candy bag on the way out.
All right. I can hook you up with the best Polish food around because I have the connection, the Polish connection. I'm here with Frank Ondish, and he's the owner of the Polish Connection right here in Plymouth, right?
Correct.
And you are going to make us something really good, right?
Yes, I am, Jack.
What are we doing today?
It's going to be the Polish burger. It consists of a fresh kielbasa patty topped with a pierogi on a Kaiser roll with peppers and onions. First, we have a Boston pork butt.
Okay.
I like it because there's just enough fat in it.
Now, one thing I want to tell everybody that you make everything from scratch here.
Yes, we do.
From the kielbasa to the
Pierogies.
pierogies, all scratch, all homemade.
Yep.
Baked goods,
Baked goods,
all
yep.
fresh. Yep.
So I'm just going to cut this up. I will put it in my grinder.
All right. So do you use that whole piece?
Yep, this is about a 6-pound piece.
Excellent.
That's what I use my recipe based on 6 or 12 pounds
Okay.
for my seasonings.
Yes. Is this the usual that
Yes,
folks put in kielbasa?
for kielbasa, you have the
Okay.
pork butt. Seems like it gives it a little more flavor, and it's not as lean. If it's too lean, it'll dry it out.
Yeah.
Just
oh,
like
yeah.
the kielbasa.
Yeah,
Yep.
totally. I agree. So it literally doesn't get any fresher.
No.
I mean, it is freshly ground, made right here on the
Yep.
premises, and it is good. Okay, Frank, looks like we're all set, right?
Yep. Next, I'm going to season it. I have some freshly chopped garlic.
Okay. You have to have the
I
garlic.
use fresh garlic too, not the canned stuff.
Yeah, oh, it smells fabulous.
Then I have some of my secret spices.
Everybody has that little bit of
Right.
secret that they add, whether, salt and pepper or onion
A
powder,
little bit
garlic,
of
or whatever it
stuff
is.
in there, and mustard seed also.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to add some water. Usually about 8 ounces of water. About
Okay.
that, just enough to make it moist.
Right.
And the next thing I'm going to do is mix it. Get everything incorporated.
Right. So it's all evenly distributed.
Right.
You know what? There's such a want for nice traditional ethnic food. So when somebody could find something that's really done right,
Right.
it's such a treat.
That's what we wanted to do here. Just something not fast food.
Right.
Just incorporate, a little bit of our recipes from when we were growing up with our parents and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
the way it should be. All handmade, homemade, from scratch.
I think that'll about do it.
All right.
I use like 6 to 8 ounces
Mm-hmm.
approximately.
Yeah, nice size there.
Right.
And you also offer things that you could take things out, right? Like if you
Yep.
wanted to order kielbasa or
Everything,
something.
yep, we make here we can take out to order. Kielbasa, pierogies, halushki, pigs in a blanket, cakes, pies. Ahead of
Nice.
time, of course, with them.
Yes.
Next, we're gonna start frying our burgers,
All
okay?
right, sounds good.
It'll take like 5-10 minutes, 5 to 8 minutes each side. So I'm gonna cook them slow. I'm gonna put a lid on with a little water to steam them just so they start the cooking process. Next, we're gonna add the peppers and onions to the burger on the griddle.
All right,
Gonna throw some red, green, orange, little onions in there.
great.
We're gonna let those steam a little while longer so they soften up a little bit. We're gonna top it with a potato and cheese pierogi that my wife makes fresh every day.
Absolutely. But you can actually get your choice.
Yep, we
right?
have jalapeno and cheese, sauerkraut, cabbage, and if you look on our Facebook page, there'll be a list of all the pierogies that we do have.
Well, I told you I would hook you up with some great food. Check out this Polish feast here at the Polish Connection. And of course, it is a family affair. And this is Marie Ondish. And Marie, you and your husband both own the restaurant, right?
Yes, we do.
But it's
Jack.
a family affair because everybody works here and helps out as well. So tell us about this story, because it's really a nice way that you came to be.
Well, we got married 5 years ago, and he owned his own butcher shop, and he made his own kielbasa. I made homemade pierogies. We went to a family function, and they encouraged us to bring this about. We took a chance at it, and here we are 2 years later.
Talk about a great marriage. He does the kielbasa, you do all of the dope things, and I mean, come on. It is
It's
a
a
marriage.
perfect
made in heaven.
match.
It sure is.
My dad is the official potato peeler here for all our pierogies and potato pancakes.
Now your sister also does, Denise, you make some things as well, right?
Yes, I do everything from cupcakes to cakes all the way up to wedding cakes.
Yeah, so you do all of the fresh baked goods here. It's fantastic, right? And there's always something here that you can choose from for your dessert, or even if you want something for breakfast, because you do serve breakfast as well. So tell us about that.
Yes, we do. We have our signature dishes, the kielbasa omelet, the pierogi omelets, and the Annie O Classic, this is Annie O.
Yes.
Hi.
Yes, and so we have the whole family with things named after family members. I mean, it really is. The food is fantastic. A lot of love and care put into the food.
Our address is 171 East Main Street in Plymouth. We're located right next to Red Subs.
Exactly, and you want to check them out on Facebook as well, right? So there you can find out all the specials and things that are happening. Well, thank you so much for hooking us up to the Polish connection.
You're
thank
welcome.
you guys.